Gemini, hello my darlings, how are you? Welcome to your reading for the week of the 25th of July 2022, or whenever this reading finds you. Welcome. I'm just pulling out a card from the Chakra Insight Oracle deck. Your card this week is Sexuality. Now, who had this? Maybe Pisces. So sexuality, openness, sharing, beauty and honor. So let's see what else comes up for you. Also calling on a card today from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, but you guys have got two, so that's okay. We have Ayakura, which is blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process and do not give up. Okay. All right, Gemini, could this be blossoming in terms of your sexuality? Possibly, we'll see. And you have Mart, fairness. The situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Okay, apologies about the bright light there. Okay, so these cards, as well as this one I'm getting from the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, gives us an overall theme, vibe, areas that we can sort of focus on for the week. So let's see what your additional theme card is. Okay, again, a 2 for you again, Gemini. All right, so you have the 6 of Wands. All right, so potentially receiving some reward or accolade for hard work this week. And you have the 6 of Pentacles. My apologies. 6 of Pentacles. Okay. So I just need to figure out how these are going to all sit so I can kind of see them. Right, now the rest of the reading is going to be from the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris Ann. And as always, I have called in my guardians, guides, angels and ancestors who love me unconditionally and are of the highest vibration. I would invite you to do the same. You obviously do not need to, as it's been my intention that you will be connected into the reading and divinely protected. So your first card out, this is the card coming into the week, is the King of Cups. Getting all my getting everything confused right now, Gemini. Are you confused? We have the 3 of Swords. This is in the position of obstacles or blocks this week. Okay, I just need to get some further instruction from that. You have the Ace of Wands. This is in the position of a surprise, gift or strength this week. So that's a nice card. Am I taking any of these guides? No? Okay. The next card out I'm looking for will be a card in the position of health. And that's health in terms of body, mind and soul. So we've got 3 there. I'm getting told it's only 1. The Page of Cups. Okay. Beautiful. And I wanted to put that face down for some reason. Okay. Next card out will be the card in terms of relationships. Now, I don't hold hard and fast to the position of the cards. They are just a guideline. So, like much of tarot readings, intuitive readings, the messages are interpreted intuitively. So not necessarily always related to the position of the layout. Okay, thank you, guides. So the next card out is the 10 of Swords. This is in the position of relationships. In position of career and finances, you have the 7 of Pentacles. And I'm just looking for one final card, which is going to be the card that is the energy that takes us out for the week into future possibilities, potentials, and that could be a week, a month, a year down the track. We do take it as it resonates. So in this position, you do have the Chariot card. So Gemini, let's just zoom out and see what we've got going on as an overall whole for you. Okay. So there's a few things happening, like any readings. Obviously, the whole reading cannot resonate for any one person. So there may be a couple of different messages or storylines, if you will, that are coming through for each of you watching. So please do just sort of tap into what does resonate for you. If parts of it doesn't, that's okay, because it hopefully will resonate for somebody else watching. So for some of my Geminis watching, I do feel like there's this idea of endings, and with endings obviously do come new beginnings. And I will say that for some of my Geminis, this is in terms of relationship or relationships. And by that, I do actually mean, because often when we talk about relationships, we're not always obviously talking about romantic relationships, but in this case, I feel like it is. Now, the reason, excuse me, the reason I say that is in obstacles or blocks, you do have this recent heartbreak energy of the Three of Swords. So there may have been an ending of a relationship, and I say that also because of the Ten of Swords in the position of relationships. So this is kind of one of the messages that's coming through for me, is the end of a relationship. There's heartbreak attached. But what it is doing is I see you kind of, I see you starting a new journey, and I do see that new journey. So this Ace of Wands is always a gift from the universe. It's an opportunity for a new start. It's an opportunity to head down the road following something that you are passionate and excited about. Now, that can sometimes be love. We do have the Page of Cups here as well. So this could be that whole idea of a love energy coming in for some of my Geminis. Now, I nearly went to say Libra. So if you have some Libra rising or ascendants or moons, etc., if you've got some Leo in your chart, that could be an additional message for you as well. But as I said, you do have this idea of an ending of a relationship, but there's this new beginning of passion, romance potentially, and exploring this new level of sexuality. And I'm just going to reread those cards on the words on the card. I am having trouble speaking with you, Gemini. Is that a thing for you? Are you having trouble speaking your truth at the moment? So the words on here are openness, sharing, beauty, and honor. Now, bearing in mind too that following this particularly if this is a recent ending, this honoring and acknowledging beauty and nourishment doesn't always have to be in the form of a relationship, okay? This can be something that you take the time to find the beauty and honor the beauty in yourself as well. For some people, it may be an exploration or a stepping up in terms of an intimate relationship. As I said, with that Page of Cups, it could be a new romance. But in any case, whether it's a new romance with someone else or whether it's something that you are opening up to in yourself, it is an opening up. So again, you've got this blossoming card. You are getting started. So have patience with yourself and the process and do not give up. Okay. So, and even I want to just go straight into that mark card, that fairness card, because it says the situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. For some of you, this ending could well involve a legal situation. So there may be some kind of balancing of the ledgers in terms of a legal resolve, and it may well be, it could be financially, but it could be even just insofar as justice can be found in a situation. So here again, we've got those scales of justice there in the Six of Pentacles. So where the balance is being met, where the ledger is being balanced, where you now have more than enough to start giving and potentially giving to other people who don't necessarily have enough. in terms of that central theme, again, too, I will just say you've got these 2 sixes. So again, it says to me that you're more than halfway through your journey, whatever that journey is. So this 6 of Wands does show that you are being received and you're being rewarded and acknowledged for a job well done. We did just mention or touch on that 6 of Pentacles as well, where you now in this position where you've established yourself, you are establishing yourself, and you've demonstrated your strength of character, you've demonstrated your strength of bravery and courage potentially, you've demonstrated that you can go through the hard times, and that now you're starting to see the rewards starting to roll in here. As I said, you're being acknowledged, you're taking a bow for that hard work. And, even if you are 2/3 of the way through the journey, there's still this new start energy coming in, this blossoming, this new start of the Ace of Wands. So I feel like it could be, this Ace of Wands particularly may not be a brand new start. It may be an evolution into something new. So it may be a growing from an existing basis, if you will. Even that 7 of Pentacles, which is in the position of career and finance, but as I said, I don't necessarily read the cards in relation to their layout. But in either case, whether it's in terms of career and finances or whether it is related to this relationship idea, it's this idea that you are growing and pruning, and you are figuring out what you want to focus on, what you want to clear out. You're starting from that, as I said, from that stable, fertile place, and it can only bring more abundance and more, particularly in this position, career and finance, it may well be financial abundance, that you're figuring out what works and you're focusing on that. It's this idea of pruning the dead heads off the roses to bring that new growth through. And again, if we think of that blossoming card, if we think of a rose bud blossoming, if we can cut those dead heads off, that allows that space for that new bud to open right up. Okay. So we've got some beautiful energies coming into the week. We do have that King of Cups. So you should be feeling fairly emotionally secure, stable, calm. It feels like this coming into the week, you should have all your emotions in check. So do take that how it resonates, but that's actually a nice thing to see, given that you've sort of got these couple of different and difficult energies of the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, this idea of a painful ending. So I do feel that maybe if there has been this ending, that it's not so recent, because you've had the time to reconcile and find that level of emotional maturity. And again, with that marked fairness card, I do think that possibly this is something that if it's got to a point where it's a legal or a kind of mediated sort of fairness that is coming into play, those things don't happen quickly. So I do feel this is potentially something that has been some time ago, and that's why you are able to come in feeling very calm, cool, collected, emotionally mature, and more of a sense of compassion. And I feel like it's a sense of compassion for yourself as well as for others around you. So I did just briefly touch on that Page of Cups. So as I said, this could be the idea of a new romance, but it could be also an idea of you really just kind of embracing, I want to say, like, embracing your heart. So this card, this Page of Cups, is sitting in the position of your health, and that's health in terms of body, mind, and soul. So this says to me that from a health point of view, things should be looking really good. This is a really positive card. But in terms of mental, emotional health, mind and soul, that sort of thing, it says to me, or it asks me whether you can remain excited and curious about what is coming for you. So the pages are all about this youthful, curious, adventurous, questioning. There's brightness about their energy, and I feel like in terms of your mental and emotional health, it's telling me that either you're in this position, or if you're not, it's an invitation for you to sit into this position of kind of curious wonderment of the world around you. And again, I want to come back to that sexuality card and even that blossoming card. Can you remain open and curious to the world around you to allow you to see the beauty in maybe areas that you hadn't seen it before? Can you open up to this idea of blossoming and opening yourself up in some way? Okay. So the only other card we haven't really touched on that I really feel like we need to come back to is the energy really that's taking us out of the week. And that's the energy of the Chariot. So the Chariot tells me that things are definitely moving for you. It tells me that you have a destination in mind and you are completely, it says to me that you're balanced, okay? And again, I want to come back to that. That's the scales in the Mart card and the scales in the Six of Pentacles, okay? You are perfectly balanced between the light and the dark. You're perfectly balanced on this bicycle. And you've got somewhere where you want to go. Now, the camel can go the distance. The camel can travel long distances. It's very strong. It's very resilient. It can go a long time without water. I'm not advising you go a long time without water, but in terms of the nature of the camel, it's very dedicated. It's task-oriented, and I feel like that's the energy that you're possibly taking out of this week and taking forward. So you know where you want to go and you know how you're going to get there. So I think that's a really nice way to kind of close the week out. As I said, this doesn't necessarily have to be into next week. It can be a longer term thing. And if this is something that is, I feel like this is less related to what we were talking about relationships there. I feel like this is more about this growth or this reinvigoration from the Seven of Pentacles, okay? So that's why I say this Chariot is not necessarily going to be next week. I feel like it could be a longer process. The Seven of Pentacles doesn't immediately go to the Ten of Pentacles. There is a process, okay? There is a way to go to get to that Ten of Pentacles. So this Chariot, even though it's not, you're not going to get there in the next week, you do know where you're going. You know how you're going to change that Seven of Pentacles into the Ten of Pentacles and have that great abundance and wealth and security and all of those great Ten of Pentacles things that are hopefully down the track for all of us. Okay, Gemini, I think that's it. There's not really much else here I want to talk about. I take that back because I am just being drawn back to this Six of Wands and I'm being asked to talk about the victory wreath here. And so again, this may well be related to this fairness or the Mart card. So there is some sort of victory in a situation that is coming to light for you. So that's the other message that is coming through for you. Anything else, guides? No, that's all I'm getting for you guys. All right, Gemini, I hope you've enjoyed the reading. If you have, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I do look forward to seeing you next week. All right, my friends. Bye-bye.